Welcome to the warehouse. I'm your host Wilgus, and I've got a wonder to share. Cang Toys Chiyou 02 Landbull. Number 2 in the G1 Predacon Combiner team, Landbull is, as you may have already guessed, a bull. Being a third-party figure, this means it isn't officially licensed by Hasbro or Takara, but I'm in love with the design choice Cang Toys has decided to go with. This is going to form the left shin of the Combiner Terra King, and wow, this is shaping up to be tremendous. First impressions out of the box were skewed in the already in love with this figure kind of view. This was actually my first introduction into the Cang Toys Combiner line, and buying it used, it did come with a bit of a finger discount in regards to the right hand's ring finger actually is Le Brocon, but that didn't take away from the overall experience. And boy, what an experience it was. Packed inside is a fancy stat card and instruction booklet, and I'll be honest, these transformations are still getting a bit frustrating. Trying to figure out what and where some of the parts need to be aligned so that way they can get connected can be a bit of a headache. But yeah, you can make it through and you will figure it out eventually after watching a couple videos online. But the instructions do okay. It definitely reminds you to be smarter than the object you're using. You do get a sword and cannon combo again, and that's it. I got my King Lion box set out just to see what the foot combiner would look like, and oh man, you let me know in the comments what you think about it. My previous points of articulation attention have not been forgotten. Getting him into all of the poses has been half the fun, and seeing how the ankle pivot worked with the die-cast metal on the knees just made everything for a sturdy photo session. Only a few times did I need to use a stand, but overall I'm really happy about its weight and balance. The shoulder pads will be a bit of a finicky issue because you will have to pop them off in some cases, but again, everything else still fits very well together. Speaking of, it's big and heavy, so display options are still going to be a little limited for this 9-inch tall figure. For size reference, I kind of feel like the Masterpiece scale is a good recommendation for it, but if you're imaginative, you can use this to your advantage in order to go ahead and show off the different scale of other figures to how large this actually is. Considering how heavy this figure is going to be and some of the poses that you can get it into, it will hold its own weight very well. It does come with a bit of a waist crunch, but it's nothing fantastic. And again, considering that this piece is going to be transforming into a shin part, it's not surprising to think that you won't be getting as big of an ab crunch as you found in the previous Ferocious one. Grip is still bull. I like that the fingers are still articulated. This does add to some of the posing aspect and is always welcome. Plus, you get a secret Minotaur mode. What a value! Nothing looks like it's supposed to be missing or falling off or extended unnecessarily. And this, again, goes to the overall design choice that they've been using for this line. Sadly, no weapon storage for unused weapons. This, and I'm sure the Rhino, will suffer from the Combiner curse of its useful modes. I'd say 1 out of the 3 are pretty okay out of the box, unless you invest in a combo pack in the future in the foot part, and that's already putting you over like $200-300. You're just getting something that can show off your next Michael Jordan fan party. Is that sports reference lost? Am I still hip with the kids? Maybe I'm not playing with a bull deck. I'm also going to take a moment to remind you about how beautiful the color scheme on these figures are. The red, the orange, the silver. You can tell what's die-cast, and in every one of its modes, nothing seems to be off color or weird placement. Like that word. Overall, I mean, the figures do feel good in its combiner, in its animal, and in its robot form. As I'm slowly experiencing more and more of these figures, I am beginning to fall in love more and more with this line. The next one that's coming is going to be a bird, and it's going to be gigantic. well, which is the running theme with so many of these figures. Looking at what the full set of 7+ figures combined is going to just blow me away, not only in animal mode, alt, the robot, or in the final combiner mode. Plus, looking at getting what figures and accessories that I have around was also another portion of, again, the other half of enjoyment for these figures. If you've got the imagination and you've got the time, trust me, you will not be disappointed with what you can squeeze out of these figures. Now again, it is not overtly articulated, but with a bit of some attention and some time and carefulness, you will be surprised with what you will get out of this figure. Plus those beefy legs just make it look amazing. Now I am going to admit, keeping this figure in its alt mode, or robot mode I should say, is my initial preference. There is also some nice light piping on both modes. Ah! Seeing how wide you can even get these legs out is another testament to the ratchet joints that will be heard, and kibble is not a concern in any of these modes, and I love it. So crew, I just want to say another big major thank you as always for watching and sharing, liking all of our videos. You will be the reason this grows, and I cannot wait to share with you all what's coming out in the future. We have a Kamen Rider Titan sword in the future to look forward to, as well as the remainder of these Transformer sets. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all soon. Yo tengo poder, and take it easy, crew.